to upholding the rule of law, these actions ensure that Ojulari cannot flee the country to escape accountability for his alleged crimes, including the 34.65 billion scandal. We salute the professionalism of our security forces and encourage them to maintain this resolve as they pursue a thorough investigation and prosecution of Ojulari and his accomplices. International action to prevent escape. To further safeguard justice, Oil Watch Nigeria, Workers' Rights Alliance, and concerned citizens will submit formal letters to the U.S. Embassy, EU delegation, and UK High Commission in Nigeria by Friday, August 8, 2025, urging them to impose a travel ban on Bayo Ojulari and his known cronies, including Abdullahi Bashir Haske and Abdul Muminu Yakubu Meshanu, the owner of AYM Shafa Group. This critical step will prevent Ojulari and his associates from fleeing to safe havens abroad, ensuring they face prosecution for their alleged crimes against Nigeria. We call on these international partners to support Nigeria's fight against corruption by restricting the movement of those implicated in this scandal, reinforcing global cooperation in combating economic crimes. Ojulari's atrocities, a betrayal of Nigeria. Bayo Ojulari's tenure at NNPCL was a betrayal of Nigeria, marked by a $21 million, translating to 34.65 billion naira, corruption scandal exposed by his associate, Haske, who confessed to the EFCC that the funds belonged to Ojulari, a lavish lifestyle in the Wells Carlton Hotel's presidential suite, unceremoniously shutting down the fully operational Port Harcourt refinery in order to justify its illegitimate sale to AYM Shafa at scrap value. A company allied with Haske, diversion of the crude oil meant for Port Harcourt refinery to traders who are known associates of Haske and Ojulari, cronyism that sidelined competent NNPCL professionals, obstruction of EFCC investigation, reckless spending on private jets to Dubai for his 60th birthday, and a Monaco Formula One trip, and a relationship with Haske, Atiku Abubakar's son-in-law, allegedly to fund Atiku's 2027 campaign against President Tinubu. These actions crippled investor confidence, sabotaged Nigerians' energy security, and eroded public trust. Impact on investor confidence. Ojulari's corrupt practices, particularly his failed attempt to sell the Port Harcourt refinery at scrap value and divert its crude oil to cronies, severely undermined investor confidence in Nigeria's oil sector. These actions signaled that NNPCL's assets were being plundered for personal gain, deterring legitimate investment. However, President Tinubu's decisive action in sacking Ojulari has restored hope, signaling to the investors that Nigeria is committed to transparency and accountability. This bold move paves the way for renewed trust in the oil sector and economic stability. Call to action. We call on our dear President Tinubu, whose love for Nigeria has been demonstrated through this action, to take further steps by ordering the immediate reopening of the Port Harcourt refinery. Reviving this critical asset will restore Nigeria's energy self-sufficiency, create jobs, and benefit millions of Nigerians. It is the height of economic sabotage to keep this refinery shut because of one man's desire to sell it to his allies as scrap and divert its crude oil allocation to cronies for personal gain. We also demand that the EFCC expedite Ojulari's prosecution for the 34.65 billion scandal, crude oil diversion, and other corrupt practices. Justice must be swift and transparent to deter future economic sabotage. In conclusion, the fight for a transparent and accountable oil sector is a collective responsibility.